And we're joined now by Creekside High School offensive lineman Pitt commit BJ Williams. BJ, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it. How are you doing as you move through December, coming up to signing day? How are you?
It's been great, just spending time with family, because I'm about to leave soon. So I just been enjoying every moment.
Yeah, you're enrolling in January, and I'm always kind of curious when guys go on that path. Is that something you've been working toward for a while? When did you make the decision that you would get the classwork in to enroll in January?
Well, ever since freshman year, I've just been taking classes like above my grade level, just trying to work for this moment.
Okay, so you've been looking forward to this for a couple years.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Okay. Was there a lot of extra coursework you had to do like over the last few years, or were you able to spread it out pretty good?
I would say this year, my senior year, I had to take two language arts classes. That's probably like the most work I had to do, like all the years.
Okay. What
Yes, sir.
um what do you like what's the big appeal for you? I talk to guys all the time who enroll in January. What's the big appeal for you to get into Pitt early and get started on your college career a little bit ahead of time?
Well, first, academic wise, I get to start on everything, get to graduate earlier. And then also I get to participate in spring. So that puts me ahead of everybody else, get my body ready for the season, stuff like that.
Right. How big are you now? What's your height and weight?
About 275, 6'4".
6'4". Okay. What are the Pitt coaches like you? Are they like you more as a tackle, guard, center? What offensive line position?
I talk to Coach Borb all the time. He wants to try me at center, guard, tackle. He just really anywhere that works.
What do you
He really
what do you
wants like
Good.
that.
No, no.
He really wants.
Go ahead.
He really wants to try me at center. That's all I was gonna say. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Well, yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Do you play any center at Creekside, or have you played
Uh,
that in high school?
no, sir. I've never played,
So, what do you
but
feel like you can make that transition, or
yeah, definitely. Just I definitely feel like I can play center.
what do you play in high school? Do you mostly play tackle?
Freshman and my freshman year I played guard, but then sophomore through senior year I played tackle.
Okay. Okay. What do you feel like what do you feel like you do well in the field, and then what has Coach Borbley told you he likes in your game?
I feel like I play with power, athletically, I can move in space. Coach Borbelly always saying he likes, how I move and he sees my IQ. So like it could be that's why he wants to put me at center because my IQ, I can see everything, call it out, stuff like that.
Sure. Makes sense. And remind me of, when you committed to Pitt, I feel like you were on your official visit, probably. I think that's when most guys did it. What was it about Pitt that really sold you that you wanted to be a Panther?
Well, first of all, it's ACC Power Five football, so that's very big. That's the biggest, in college football. And secondly, my family. I mean, we talked about it all the time. It just it felt like home. My parents really enjoyed the official visit. They told me how much they loved it, and then I really enjoyed it myself. It was just an amazing experience.
Was that one of those things where you were pretty sure you liked it a lot, and then you hear from your parents that they loved it too, and you kind of realize like, okay, yeah, this is it. This is the one.
That's definitely home.
Nice. What do you think stood out the most to your parents about Pitt? What did they like the most about it?
They really like how the coaches interacted with them. Like they assured them that when I come up there, I'll be well taken care of. I don't have to worry about anything. Then
Mm.
academic wise, just one of the best. Pitt is one of the best academic programs in the world. So that's what they're pretty happy about that too.
For sure. What about Coach Borbley? What's your connection like with him? What do you kind of make of him as a coach?
I talk to Coach Borb every week. He's funny. He's always somebody just to talk to. Learn about football with. I built a great.
Nice. And then did you when you took your official visit, did you get to meet some of the guys on the current team? Did you kind of build some relationships there, guys you keep in touch with or anything?
Yes, sir. I met Buddy Mack and Bear. Um, And I met a couple other people. Jordan, Battle. He's from Creekside, so I mean, I met with
Oh,
him
right.
as well.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Now I was looking at your season this year. I mean, it looks like you guys were pretty successful, but lost in I think it was the quarterfinals. Is that right? In
Yes,
an overtime game. Tell me about that one. How tough a loss was that?
it was very tough. It's that not a way how you want to end your senior season, but you got to look at the bigger picture. It's new beginnings coming. So I mean, you can't be sad for too long because it's new beginnings coming.
Hmm. For sure. Now, have you I guess looking back, um, I only look back at this past season. I didn't get a chance to look at previous seasons. Like, was that your most successful season? Is that the deepest you guys got in the playoff during your career? Or have you had other seasons where you got deeper?
Definitely, that was my deepest run in playoffs. That was my most successful season.
Okay. So even though maybe didn't end the way you wanted it to, you at least had more success than any previous year.
Yep.
Okay. Now, did you keep an eye on Pitt this season? Did you watch many of their games or keep up with how their season went?
Yes, sir. I watched every game with the family. Just always want to show my support because they always show support for me.
Okay. What'd you notice or what stood out about their season and how they played and the program as a whole this year?
One thing I know is the offense line's always dominating people. The offense line's just dominating. And I went to the Virginia Tech game. The atmosphere was great. It was just ecstatic. Everybody was just happy. It was just, and I know my parents loved it. So, I mean, it just made it better.
That was a good game for offensive linemen, right? When you have a guy rush for 300 yards, that's a pretty good game for the O line, right? Nice. What did you kind of notice, or what stood out to you about the way their linemen play? Not just physicality, but just sort of like scheme stuff. I mean, do you feel like it's a good offense, a good line system for you?
Yes, sir. I feel like they're always communicating on things that are going on the field because because you don't communicate, you can't run the ball, and the running back can't. That's have no holes to run through. So I mean, it just looks like it's a great system for offensive linemen.
Mm-hmm. All right, BJ. I appreciate you taking some time. It's good to catch up with you. When do you move into Pitt? What's your move-in date? Do you know?
January 8th is my
Okay.
moving day.
All right. So couple more weeks. But all right. Well, thanks again. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on a great high school career. And I guess we'll see you once you get to Pitt in a few weeks then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.